Hello there everyone and welcome to your reading. This is Ray from Raven Tarot, and today I have something special ready for you. We're going to be tuning in with the messages from your future selves. So what would your future selves tell you? Maybe some advice that they would give you, offer you some guidance, and just try and steer you on the right path. So to receive messages from your future selves, we have 3 piles that you can choose from. First one, we have Work Your Light Oracle cards with clear quartz. Then we have Past Life Oracle cards with Tiger's Eye. And then we have Earth Magic Oracle cards with Ruby. Choose a pile and then jump to your timestamp, and I'll see you in the reading. Hello pile 1 and welcome to your reading. You have chosen Work Your Light Oracle cards with clear quartz. So we're going to put this one here, and here is our deck. So first off, I'm going to be shuffling these cards and then intuitively picking them, and let's see what your future selves are trying to tell you straight away. We have play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So maybe just like a general messages from your future selves right now. Dance with life. Well, that links in pretty well, I'd say, with playing. Do something to change your energy. Oh, maybe you've been feeling quite down recently. And yes, just say yes. Wow, I think your spirit, your future self is really clear on what they're trying to say to you here. So maybe you've been finding yourself in a bit of a murky energy. Maybe life has been beating you down recently, or maybe there's been so much pressure put on you that you've definitely forgotten how to play. And I totally understand how it goes, even like work problems or anything to do with your family life, your relationships. Sometimes it can be really difficult to keep a sort of a playful and positive outlook. But there is a way, and it involves you changing your energy. And how can you change your energy? A lot of the times it's to do with having to change your thoughts. So maybe just, I'm getting a clear message here that journaling might be good for you. So just write down everything that's going on in your mind, and then see it as like a roadmap, and see where you are very negative in your way of thinking. And maybe see where you can change these perspectives, because our perspectives are what we've picked up from the environment, you know, like even if you are very negative in your way of thinking or quite pessimistic, remember that it just takes practice and constant observation of your thoughts to be able to catch yourself in the moment. And instead of reacting to life the way you've been reacting thus far, you can definitely change your new reaction, which could be a little bit more positive and a little bit more playful, lighthearted. You know, it's all in your reach. You can definitely shift your perspective. You can definitely react to life in a more positive manner. And I've just been feeling that a lot of opportunities that have been coming your way, you might have been saying no to quite a bit. Maybe there's some sort of fear there of not being able to complete the projects, or maybe that you might be getting overwhelmed by what life is bringing you forward. So just remember that once you are in this sort of a playful nature, in playful exploration of life, then it won't be difficult for you to be able to get everything done, and you will be seeing these opportunities as something amazing rather than something that would get you busier, more stressed, and that would make your life even harder and put a lot more pressure on you. So try and put these try and put this darkness away from you. It's definitely time for you to step into something positive. And I'm actually feeling this in my stomach right now. So maybe there's something in your solar plexus chakra, which is our seat of confidence. Something might be blocked there, or you might have some problems with digestion, maybe with your maybe there's a lot of anxiety inside of you, which is giving you acid reflux or something like this. So just remember to breathe deeply and calm down, and this will sort out your stomach problems as well. Definitely just play, dance, and the energy will be flowing through a lot smoother. Right now, there are some blockages. There is some stopping of the chi or prana or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to hop onto your tarot cards now, just to have a little insight into your current situation. How is your life going right now? Oh, something just popped out. Let's have a look. We have 9 of Pentacles. So what is your current situation? We have the Moon. And we have 2 cards popping out today. So this is 7 of Wands. And we also have 10 of Swords. I'm going to put this one right over here. Let's add a couple more cards here. Looking into your current situation and natural progression. Oh, wow. Okay, that's really nice. Okay. Let's bring these up a little bit. Okay, and any sort of explanations that might be needed, we're going to be working with the Light SEER'S Tarot. So for now, let's have a look. We have some interesting cards right here. And straight up, insight into your current situation. It would appear that you are in a very abundant sort of area in your life. It feels like there's a lot going on. There's many opportunities coming your way, especially in the terms of finances and career life. You seem really settled wherever you are. However, there is something underneath, or should we say in the depths of you, that is not leaving you alone. And you feel like it's been trying to come up for quite some time now. Your subconscious is trying to tell you something, trying to lure you deeper into the waters, basically, to face some of your inner demons, or to face some of your shadows that you have been trying to put behind you without even looking at them, you know? So they say that when it comes to shadow work, there is you definitely have to face whatever is there, come to a sort of acceptance before you're able to move on and leave that behind. So yeah, some wounding trying to come up. There's something is stirring underneath the surface, let's put it that way. Remember not to keep such a hard shell on you. It just seems like you're even keeping yourself from yourself. You're trying to protect yourself from yourself. There is a calling to just maybe be a little bit softer and be vulnerable. You know, it's okay to let people in, and it's okay to show your vulnerabilities. It doesn't mean that you're not strong. And there is some sort of a struggle happening in your life right now in terms of trying to manage everything. Especially some sort of fire that's arising within you. I think there is a desire, there are desires coming up for you to maybe pursue something different. There is maybe a desire to just like completely crash everything that you've worked for so far. It just seems like you need to change some sort of structure, leave something behind, and really reassess where you're going. There's definitely some sort of a dissatisfaction with whatever you've built so far, even though it feels like you've built quite a lot, you know, and it was keeping you content for quite some time, but there is some sort of restlessness there, and you're just wanting to take on the world, but in a different way that you've been doing it so far. And what's stopping you here is definitely the fact that, you know, there is so many thoughts going through your mind right now, and it feels like you're the one keeping yourself in the dark, let's put it that way, by listening to your thoughts. Again, there's some sort of negativity in your mentality that's keeping you from moving forward effortlessly, maybe more so into something that you really would like to do. I would definitely check any sort of negative beliefs that you're holding about this move forward, or what are your beliefs about life, about how hard you should work, about what is possible for you in this lifetime. You know, it feels like you've come to a point now where there's no more point in keeping your eyes closed, keeping the veil over your eyes and pretending that, oh yes, this is the life that I want. There's no other options for me because this is how my parents raised me, this is how the world works. But actually there is something inside of you that believes that you can do better and you can definitely get the life that you dream of. But again, it's these thoughts that are stopping you in your step, and you're taking it way too seriously. See, like, even if you just look at these swords over here, the sheer weight of them stabbed in your back, you know, it's quite an image. Let's say it that way. So there's definitely an invitation again to just dance with life. Take stuff a little bit lighter. Take yourself and take your thoughts a little bit lighter. At the end of the day, they are nothing but thoughts. They are changeable. You can definitely change your thoughts and that way create the reality that you would like. And something is telling me your future self is trying to take you onto the path where basically you are very abundant but still content inside of yourself, you know. So it's asking you to live more from the heart. Let's put it that way. Step more into your gentle energies and stop trying to control everything with your mind so much. That would be a shift into feminine energy. And yes, you know, because like if you just think about dancing, it's a lot to do with flowing through life and being able to move effortlessly, spontaneously, in whichever way the wind blows, basically. So keeping that sort of flexible attitude in terms of your career, your relationships would really do the trick for you. But also I feel like even though there's this heaviness of thoughts and doubts and, you know, maybe worry, anxiety that are keeping you from moving forward, I feel like inside of you there is this hope or even firm belief, even if you don't feel it right now. But if you would dig deep, you might find that there is a firm belief that actually you know you will achieve what you're here to do, and you know that you will live the life that you love. Because you will create it. There's no doubt about it. Even though, you know, you feel like there is a lot of self-doubt there, but it feels like very outdated beliefs that you just need to like shift. You just need to let them go. They're not serving you anymore, and they're just a habit because you're so used to thinking like this. But you can definitely just let them go and embrace this new way of celebration, of you know, opening up to life and saying yes to new things, to new adventures, and stop thinking about things so much, you know. Yeah, just don't think so much. Do some action, you know, let life come to you and then embrace it with open arms. And again, there is a cause of celebration and you know it. Your life is amazing, and if you open up to it, it's going to get even better and exactly what you've always wanted. And yeah, I feel like you know that. I feel like deep inside you know that. We're gonna go and tune in with the messages from your higher self, or messages from your future self. Let's put it that way. I feel like we're all on a path to becoming our higher selves anyways. So in a way, I would equate your higher self with your future self. Now let's see what they've got to say. Oh my gosh, you're pure magic, my friend. Knight of Swords, the Tower, and Six of Swords. We're going to pull 2 more cards. Well, this one stabbed me in the heart just by looking at it. 3 of Swords, but fear not. It doesn't have to be a negative meaning. Okay, I would like to do something here and bring you to these cards. So we have 6 of Swords and 3 of Swords. Again, very mental energy. And I would like to link this over here And with these 3 cards, it just feels like there is a big link here, and your future self is trying to tell you that, again, there is something there for you to look at still in your subconscious, and it won't leave you alone until you do. And right now, the subconscious is taking you places where, you know, you could be someplace else right now, but subconsciously you have been repeating the same patterns. You've been out of control, basically, because of that part within you still guiding you, because it's still unconscious. As soon as you bring light to anything unconscious, you have awareness of it, and you are able to leave that behind. You are able to just let that disintegrate, or just be in observation of it, and then you are in control. But right now, it is that subconscious part of you that is driving you forward or sideways or whatever, keeping you away from living your true purpose, keeping you in the loops of self-doubt, fear, resentment. So just remember that you need to go within. You need to bring the light to your shadows and just embrace them and let them know it's okay for them to be there, but let them know who the boss is, and it's you, and it should be you. And another message, you might find some pain there, and it's from past events that have really stuck within you. Maybe something to do with love. I would definitely feel like, I mean, even just this card, you can see it's been mended, it's been broken, it's been cut, and it feels like there is a lot of pain inside of you that needs to be resolved. It needs to be brought to life, brought to light. And also remember that you can give yourself that love to mend the broken heart together. Nothing else can and nothing else should give you that. And through this process of you mending your own heart, giving yourself the healing that you need, giving yourself that sort of acceptance and patience, is exactly what is going to equip you with all the tools of compassion and other things that will be able to move you into the new direction that you're trying to get to. Put you more into the path of becoming your higher self or your future self. But again, here I'm hearing a clear message from your future self is, even though there is a lot of pain, do not get frightened by it. Remember that you can still live lightly, and you can still have a very positive attitude even when dealing with your own pain. In fact, you should be able to move through the healing process in a lighthearted manner, you know. Feel the pain and let it be there, but don't soak in it. I feel like there might be a bit of a tendency to soak in your own pain when you do get to it, you know. Yeah, so just take it lightheartedly and let it heal naturally by itself. Give yourself the time, give yourself the space and everything that you need to be able to move through this. I'm not going to say move around it. You have to move through it, unfortunately. That's the hero's journey in a way, you know, when it comes to healing any sort of pain. But apart from that, this heavy cloud, it feels like, you know, it's time to be lifted, because straight up, it just keeps on bringing me back to your heart chakra. Even with this card, 9 of Cups, emotionally, once you go through all the pain and once you heal your heart, there's this burst of energy that is able to move through you then. And you can see that there's such abundance there coming from your heart. And this is exactly where your power lies. It's not hiding behind your hard shell. It's definitely to do with you cracking that open, being vulnerable, getting into your vulnerability, and then you're able to let your love flow out. Because if you don't let something in, there's no way you can let love out. And this is perhaps why you're living from your mind right now. You've not been able to come into your heart just yet. So just keep that in mind, you know, there's something amazing waiting for you there when you've gone through this healing process. And yeah, and everything might seem right now like, your ground is shaking beneath your feet and everything's falling apart and all the old structures are falling away from you, and that's actually a really good thing. Yes, do not run away from yourself. This is another clear message here from your future self. Slow down. Everything is fine. No need to run away anymore. Turn around, face yourself, and just see the magic that you bring. I'm being pulled to this Queen of Wands as well. You are such a you have such special energy, very creative, very funky, and there is this childlike energy within you that you've been hiding. There is this magic inside of you that you've been holding back behind your shell. So time to crack that open, and once, it's not just pain in there, you're also hiding in there this sparkles that you hold and this beautiful light that can illuminate the entire world. So don't hold it back, let it all out. Be who you are, shine brightly, and do not succumb to how you think you should be or how you think this process of healing should look like. It's completely unique to you, and just cherish that, cherish yourself, create a beautiful healing space for yourself and a place where you can explore your creativity, especially, and any sort of magic. If you feel inclined to play around with energies, to play around with some sort of magic, or the occult, this is your nudge to just do it. Just go and play and be that adult, but let the inner child out, that one that believes in magic. There's nothing wrong in believing in magic or even being magic, my gosh, for sure. So these are your messages, and we also have some more oracle cards. And actually today I'm very pleased to bring in Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Oracle. These cards are so beautiful. I bought them in Glastonbury in England. I think they're actually made by a local, and they have such beautiful messages and artwork. So let's see what your future self would like to tell you now. Embrace the three worlds. I'm going to put this one right over here because this definitely links in with the magic that you are and that is residing within you. Maybe think about, if you haven't already, going a little bit more into the occult and just exploring your consciousness, exploring different dimensions. It's not all that, how should I say it? Not everything is as it seems, There is definitely layers of energy, worlds, and different dimensions that are lurking about. So just go into the mystical realms and discover the magic for yourself. Activate your DNA beneath the veil of Sophia. Yeah, there is definitely something like that inside of you. Right now I've been called to tell you, maybe something for you is the book by Kaia called Sophia Code. It's where you can activate your Sophia Code DNA. It's a very interesting book, a little bit difficult to read, but just see if it's something that will resonate with you, because it definitely brings you more into your divine feminine. And it aligns you with who you are supposed to be. It aligns you with your higher self. Maybe it's something for you to check out. I've got one more message. Start anew, begin again. Okay. I've got quite watery energies here for you, so maybe some emotions are stirring up in general recently. And I'm going to put this one right over here because you have the Tower here, and after the Tower, everything falls apart, of course. All the old ways of being, running away from yourself, letting your subconscious take you places, This is you taking control of your life, and letting go, getting rid, let's say it that way, of all the mental constructs and all the mental prisons that you've built for yourself. So it's time to let go of them and bring yourself into the new world that you've created for yourself. it's time for you to step into the new chapter. So yeah, amazing. Shall we pull one more card? Come on, let's do it. So one more card, one final message for you from your future self. Ah, that's beautiful. Weave your own destiny, Ariadne and the stellar wheel. It really reminds me somehow, because of the stellar wheel, it reminds me of the card in tarot as well, which is the wheel. And that is the one that is kind of like, I always look at it as a card of you're grabbing hold of your own destiny, and you're making shit happen, basically, you know. So you're not letting anything else control you anymore, not even your subconscious. You're so aware of whatever is inside of you, of your light and your dark, that you are able to weave your own destiny, to be the creatrix or the creator, and just create the dream life that you've always wanted, and that you know inside is definitely possible, no matter what the people around you are telling you. So yes, that would be it. That's a lovely reading. Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you all the best. Sending you lots of love. Please like, share, subscribe. It would mean a lot if you would be able to support my channel in any way. And yeah, have a good day. Bye bye. Hello there, pile 2. You've chosen Past Life Oracle cards with Tiger Eye. Let's put this one here and begin your reading. So first of all, we're looking for general messages from your future selves. Sometimes I like to equate this to your higher selves. I feel like we're all on our path to becoming our higher selves, so it's just a matter of time. And interesting that you've chosen Past Life Oracle cards. I feel like they're a little bit more sort of, okay, you know, lay the cards out on the table and actually tell me how it's like. So if you're looking for a little bit more direct messages, maybe a bit more to do with your shadow aspect and stuff, this is it. And this is your general guidance right now. Well. Okay, here's one more actually. Okay, so straight up, I feel like, you know, you've been around for some time. Whether you believe in past lives or not, I would say that you do, judging the fact that you've chosen this deck. It feels like throughout your lives, what's been happening is everything's been revolving around your love life. About relationships and stuff, and maybe right now you're finding yourself in some sort of karmic relationships. Maybe you're not particularly happy, or haven't been particularly happy when it comes to your romantic relationships, and you've definitely been learning the most, it feels like, through your romantic relationships. And it feels like you've been through quite a few of them, or it feels like you can never sort of get it right. Maybe that's changed very recently. Maybe you're finally in a very positive place romantically. But there is definitely something inside of you. I'm trying to tune in. I'm feeling some sort of like a contract that you've created with a few of souls in the past or in your other lifetimes. There is something that your soul is still trying to learn through your love life, and again, it goes way back, you know. So you've got a very like romantic notion of life, and it seems like a lot of the time your relationships are your main worry, or should we say they're your main focus, which is really nice in itself if that's what your soul is here to do. But I'm getting a message here right now from your future self that that's not all that there is, and it feels like that's one of your lessons and blessings, is that you need to realize that that maybe the most important relationship that you can have is the one that you hold with yourself. And maybe just observe how you throw the connection with yourself away as soon as you enter a new relationship. Maybe that would be potentially the reason for a lot of suffering that you've been going through, or maybe even some sort of codependency styles and stuff like that of attachment. But yeah, we're going to go deeper into the reading. So thank you, future selves, for your general guidance thus far. Let's take our tarot cards. I'm working with Rider-Waite's. They are my absolute favorite, and I have the strongest bond with them. Right, so let's have a look at your situation right now so far. What's been happening for you? We have Ace of Wands, we have the Devil, and then we have Page of Cups. So what is your general happenings right now? Oh, there's two cards that fell out. The Hierophant and Strength. We're going to put this one here. I'm going to pick one more card here. Okay, this one wanted to come out as well. We have the Star. Right, let's have a look then. So straight away, I'm feeling called to bring out my, how should we call it? My extra deck. It's OSHO tarot cards. Something's telling me to bring out an explanation for Ace of Wands. Oh, I nearly burned my sleeve there. Whoopsie. And one more. Okay, let's see what they're trying to tell us. Oh my goodness me. Right. So it's interesting. This is a very romantically oriented deck. So we're definitely talking about some relationships here. Some romantic relationships. So Ace of Wands. Okay, so first of all, I feel like you're grabbing tight of something here. And I'm going to say straight up and say it's the dream that you're grabbing hold of this romantic life. And it's been following you for so long now, through so many lifetimes. And it just seems like there is one lesson you're falling short. There's something you're still needing to learn about this dream. And I'm getting here messages from your future selves warning you right now to maybe change your perspective on what is it that you're looking for. What are you here to do? You know, are you here to keep on chasing one man after, sorry, man, it could be a woman or anything in between. I'm so sorry about this. Are you here to keep on chasing a certain person to fill you up or to give you something that you're looking for? Maybe rather just, you know, turn the mirror on yourself and ask yourself, what is it that you're looking for in your partners? And that you keep on failing to get, that you're always disappointed. Like at the beginning, it might feel really promising and it might feel amazing. And there's all sorts of hopes there and everything's going well. And then suddenly it's starting to fall apart, you know? And you might cling on to them a little bit too tight. I'm getting, again, this strong message of codependency. Healing your own wounds. Seeing where you hold on to people a little bit too tight. I'm sorry if this is a little bit direct, but it's definitely something that's coming through. And yes, we also have the maturity here, and it's like living in this sort of mature way where you're looking at this dream that you want it to be true, and realizing that maybe it's something that we've picked up from the movies, you know, and from literature or something like this, where true love might not actually be what we think it is. And the matter of fact is, you are wanting to blossom. You're so ready to step into this maturity, and maybe even step away from relationships for a little bit and just see for yourself how you're ready to bloom, how you're ready to share your fragrance basically with the world around you. And you're able to do that without hanging on to people so tight. You're able to just stand on your own 2 feet and a lot of the times give yourself what it is that you're looking for in another person. Yeah, and again, it's like this sort of addiction that you've got going on with people in your love life. you just get really, really excited about the whole relationship thing, and you fall so madly in love with the person that maybe sometimes you forget about yourself. But I'm also getting the message here that you are learning right now. You're learning how to control your emotions, how to be able to approach your emotions with some sort of like lightheartedness, maybe a little bit more playfulness, and just accepting yourself as you are right now without judging yourself too harshly. And I know how tempting it is and how amazing it feels when you're falling in love with someone. And fair enough, you know, we do lose balance. When we fall in love with someone, we literally fall, you know, you lose your balance. The balance inside of you in your life is completely, you know, demolished, and you're finding yourself needing to build new sort of habits to fit around other person's habits, and let's face it, you forget about everything else in the world but that person. It's such a wonderful thing to fall in love, but just remember that maybe after some time, go and find that balance again. Go and find things that fill you up, activities that fill you up, and don't just rely on one person to make you feel good, you know, because then you're just holding on tighter and tighter, and you're wanting more and more of that, and then they're starting to feel stuck. They're starting to feel like you're strangling them a little bit, maybe, you know, like there's so many expectations placed on them, and they start getting cold or move away and stuff like this. Yeah, but definitely think about the fact that right now, where you are in life, you have so many different opportunities in front of you, and it might feel scary looking into the unknown, you know. It might feel really scary because you don't actually maybe perhaps know how it's like to be who you are without being in a relationship, or without having so much emphasis placed on your love life. And it's time for you to go and explore yourself, explore the world maybe by yourself, and leave the stuff that you know behind. Go out of your comfort zone, and you'll find some amazing treasures there. And also, you'll feel more secure within yourself, and it feels like your love life might lose a little bit of this importance that you place on it, you know. But it doesn't mean that it won't matter. It will matter a lot. It's just that you will feel so safe and so fulfilled and so secure within your own skin and your activities and who you are, that you won't be needy, that you won't be as needy anymore. You won't be needing this sort of attention from your partner all the time, or you won't be needing to feel so secure within a relationship anymore. And yeah, but I'm also seeing that you are perhaps wanting quite like a traditional relationship, you know, like marriage or something like this. It's something that you've always wanted, and that is a beautiful thing in itself if it is what you truly want. But do remember that it will come very naturally to you when it's time, with the right person that actually is as mad about you as you are about them, you know. But you have to be completely in love with yourself first before they can actually do the same for you, you know. And this is again, I'm getting a sort of a message here that it takes a lot of strength, a lot of gentleness, acceptance, and the being brave to be able to really face yourself, and to build your life on your own terms without having to rely on other people so much. So just have hope and be brave. You know, there is some beautiful connections perhaps coming into your life if they're not here already. But I'm also getting quite one very specific person in your life. Maybe you already met them, or in the future they're coming into your life and they seem like a very stable and solid person. Maybe the person that you will marry. And I'm seeing really good fortune there. I mean, you can see this beautiful card, the star. It just feels like when it comes to this person that's coming into your life or that's already in your life, you've hit, you were born under the lucky star, let's put it that way. They seem like really amazing, really understanding for you, but it feels like they're only coming to you when you've become that for yourself as well. So understanding, loving, compassionate, giving yourself all the activities that you need to fill your soul up, you know? So you're the person filling your soul up first, loving yourself first, and then it just seems like explosions, you know, positive explosions are happening. And it just seems like you won't be able to handle what's coming your way in terms of that there might be quite a few people that are eligible for you in that sort of a way. So yeah, just remember how special you are and how you should treat yourself like you are special. Whatever that means for you, maybe ask yourself that, you know. I'm going to pull these up a little bit more so we get some space, so we can continue on to the guidance from your future self. I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot, very beautiful cards and very strong messages as well. So let's have a look what they're actually trying to tell you. Where is your future self trying to guide you to? 10 of Wands. I already got a message here. Okay, 6 of Cups. Yes, usually I lay out the cards first, but I really want to stop here and say that something is coming to an end here. It's like you're realizing as well that it's not healthy to hold on to a dream of one person fulfilling everything for you and you not having to do anything for yourself. It's definitely a message of you are already in the energy of leaving some of the things behind that, you know, outdated way of being. Maybe even codependent spirit is leaving you behind. You're moving forward and it feels scary and you do not know how to take care of yourself properly, how to fulfill your own emotional needs. But yeah, something is telling me here that it's amazing what you're doing and keep on going, you know, and you might still sometime get into this sort of reminiscing moments where you're still dreaming about maybe your past partners or something like this, or a certain type of life that you would like and it's just not been happening so far. So there is this sort of a love that's being unfulfilled there. So and it's still lingering inside of you. But again, this would be, you have another 3 of Wands here, so it's definitely a confirmation for you to face the unknown and step into it, you know. You don't have to run into it, but just keep yourself open to something new, new way of being, new way of thinking, stepping into this powerful self, but still gentle, loving, kind, and give yourself all the things that you would like others to give you, you know. This is where self-love starts. This is where your journey starts. And it might feel sometimes like everything is falling apart, like your ground is literally shaking underneath your feet and you don't quite know what to do. But this is a positive change. Even though it might feel painful, even though you might feel scared about your old ways of being falling apart, this is definitely a good change. And I can feel your power rising in the middle of all the chaos that might be happening. 5 of Cups. And do remember that, you know, the universe is supporting you, and all the pain that you're going through, you can let go of all your wounds. You're being held, you're being divinely guided, if not by your, you know, by your spirits. I mean, you are being divinely guided by your spirits, and also your future self is giving you such beautiful messages. I keep on getting this feeling of trying to give you as much love, trying to tell you to give yourself as much love as possible, as much acceptance as possible. You might have been going through some difficult times. Just remember to give yourself the space and time to heal. And we have 7 of Swords here. And I'm going to pull one more card. I feel like maybe there's been some sort of a betrayal happening, or, you know, like there's some sort of trust issues there. You're not really trusting the people in your life. You've been betrayed a lot of the times before. And this is probably where the sadness or the pain is originating from. And it's definitely affecting the relationships that you are in now, or it might be affecting your relationships in the future, but that's perfectly fine. Just remember that it's not that serious, that it's in the past and it can stay there. And even though sometimes these wounds come up, just remember that the person that is coming to you, and you will feel it as soon as you meet them, the person that will stay with you and that you will have a wonderful life with, basically, very supportive. They're here to celebrate their life with you. They're here to have fun. They're here to really show you what life is all about, you know. And even though there's pain there sometimes, maybe some doubts, maybe some suspiciousness, they'll be there to support you through it. But you have to definitely do that for yourself first, you know. Don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to laugh and to really enjoy discovering who you are, and really enjoy putting yourself out there, maybe even venturing someplace, you know, someplace new, traveling on your own. Just go and have fun. Go and enjoy life. Yeah, and we're going to pull some more cards out just to conclude the reading. I have this really beautiful deck here called Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Oracle. I bought these in Glastonbury in the UK, and I think they're actually made by a local. But anyways, these are absolutely stunning, beautiful, magical cards. So let's see what your future selves or your higher selves message would be to conclude the reading. Look through the mist, find the mystery. Let's put this one over here. Look through the mist and find the mystery. This is, I feel like this is exactly what's waiting for you on the other side of all this pain, you know. There's this beautiful soul lurking inside of you, and it's wanting to come out. It's wanting to be expressed. So this is definitely your chance to be able to find all that beauty that lives within you. And if people in the past weren't able to see it, maybe it's because you weren't able to either. So this is your opportunity to really dive deep within yourself and just see what's underneath you know, the surface. See what's in there. And then once you've done that, here we go. We got share your wisdom with others, shine your light, the Hermit. And it feels like, yeah, you might be going through some sort of a stage in your life right now where you're being called to, yeah, go deeper within yourself and just realize how many treasures you hold within yourself and how much light you have to share with others. And this is the thing that will attract in your future spouse once you're stepping into this role that you've been assigned, you know. And this is where you realize that it's not all about you being a partner to someone. You actually have a really important purpose here on this planet to fulfill. And this might actually become your number one priority in life. I root for the fact that that does become your number one priority, because you're also, you know, your attractiveness levels go way up, and you're not in this holding tight to people anymore energy, because then you're literally just like wanting to fulfill your purpose, and that's something that will be leading you forward. You'll be hearing your intuition and just going for it. And then relationships happen as a sort of a reward and not as a need, you know. And I'm going to pull one more card here. to conclude everything with. No, actually not this one, another one. Nope, not this one. No, there we go, that's the one. Have hope for the future, new energies are coming in. There we go. And that's exactly it. That's exactly what's happening. Wherever you are right now, whatever you're going through, just have that sort of patience for yourself, compassion, give yourself love. And yes, you are on the turning point here to something new. You know, you're shifting, you're leaving old patterns behind, you're leaving codependency behind, and really entering and blossoming into this beautiful soul that you are. And yeah, just remember to give yourself that space and time, patience. I'm very excited for you. This looks like a very positive message here from your higher selves or from your future selves. So this would be it for this reading. Thank you so much for being here with me. Please do click the like button if you like this reading. Let me know in the comments if it resonated with you, and I appreciate your support by subscribing to my channel, by sharing this reading, and I hope to see you back again soon. Thank you and bye-bye. Hello there, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Earth Magic Oracle cards and Ruby. I'm going to put this over here and begin our reading. So I'm already tuning in with the messages from your future selves, sometimes maybe even referred to as higher selves throughout the reading, just a heads up. And straight up we have, we have a card that fell out before I even started shuffling. Now let's see what else we have here. Well, I mean, I see some sort of a pattern here, don't you? Let's pull one more card. Well, goodness me. Okay, I really have to pull another one here just to see where this is going, because this, I think, will be a strong reading. 1 second. Dearie, okay. I would like to start just by saying that maybe perhaps you're going through something right now, or that you might be in the future. If that's the case, sending you so much support, so much energetic support. Life is definitely taking you to places right now. It's telling you to wake up. And it feels like your old ways of living are being put behind now, and it's time for you to focus onto something new. It's time for you to step up into the higher version of yourself, and this sometimes can be quite a painful process. And life is asking you to go on a sort of a vision quest right now. Go into yourself, just like the hermit. Find a sort of a place where you can be on your own for a little bit, and just see what your soul is trying to tell you. Just see where your life is needing to go into. But yeah, for sure, you have a definite wake-up call to step into the higher version of who you are. And this will require some vulnerability, you know? This will require some gentleness. I feel like maybe so far you've been hitting life, you know, so full on, and you might have succeeded in a lot of things. You might be quite successful, maybe more so in your career or your finances, but there's something your soul is wanting you to find for yourself within yourself. So it's time to go within. It's time to see what you're all about, you know, see behind the material success. And you probably have been feeling the nudge to to just do a radical change in your life. Something's needing to shift, because things are not satisfying you anymore the way they used to. You're feeling like there is something deeper, and fear not. I feel like you're ready to go into it, you know, to go into your sort of personal vision quest, and definitely find that safe space for yourself. It's okay to say no to any sort of social gatherings and stuff if you don't feel called to them, and just spend some time with yourself in peace and quiet, where you can let your vulnerability out, where you can let go of your guards that you've kept up for so long. So yeah, very strong message, straight up. I'm quite pleased with this. Very strong message from higher self, from your future self. We're going to continue onto our Rider-Waite cards. So the classical tarot. I already have, straight up, here we go, one card that was dying to come out, so I'm just going to put it over here. And I just want to get an insight into your current situation, into what's been happening for you. Maybe some messages are popping through as well. Cards are jumping all over the place. And yeah, let's see what your current situation is, what's been happening for you, and where this is all going, what's happening in near future. Let's have a look. This one is calling for me. And we have this one over here. Oh, I feel like I need to pull another one there, but it has to be a Rider-Waite card. And I feel like I need to pull another one of my OSHO, let's say, emergency pile. These cards come out when there's, when I'm called to get them. And yes, here we go. And I feel one more is needing to happen here. Yeah. Okay. So let's have a look what's happening here for you. Again, yes, very earthy energies. It feels like you have definitely achieved some sort of success, financial, material success in this life, and or maybe even just like contentment with your life. You know, you've built something for yourself, maybe somewhere where you feel really at home, and you're doing all the stuff that you've been told that you're needing to do as a human being in the West, or wherever you are. I keep on referring to the West. You could be anywhere, that's fine. I'm realizing this slowly. But it just feels like you've done all the things, all those things that you were needing to do, that you thought you were here to do, you know? And just seeing that it's not enough, like there needs to be something more there. And maybe there is a call for you to broaden your horizons, and see the big picture behind everything, you know? I'm getting very philosophical questions here. What is your purpose? What are you here to do? What is the meaning of life? Of, you know, well, actually also, what is the meaning of working so much? And, you know, then you get all the money, and then what do you do with that? I mean, in the end, we're all gonna die, and material possessions are gonna, you know, we're not gonna need them. So I feel like there is a sort of a question there for you of how are you spending your time, and the nudge being you're wanting to spend it differently, you know? I feel like you're coming to realize the truly important things in your life. And again, this is quite like a young energy of someone who is just beginning to think about these things, who is beginning to understand a few things. And I'm actually going to bring this card here because it says awareness. And there is so much happening for you right now in terms of awareness. You're becoming more and more aware of yourself, of your surroundings, of your placement in life, you know, in the world. What are you here to do? And it's a lot more than what you had planned for yourself. And you can feel this calling right now. You're also diving deeper into your emotional life. Realizing how multi-layered you are, you know. It's not all just black and white as you thought it was. Maybe something is cracking inside of yourself, and you're stepping more into your gentler energies, your feminine energies of being a little bit more allowing, instead of just always on the lookout for new thing, and always active, trying to do this, do that, be an overachiever, you know. Keeping yourself busy all the time. You might be slightly scared of not being busy, because when you spend time with yourself, then you're like, oh, okay, I think there's deeper questions inside of me, and I can hear them now when I'm quiet and when I'm still, you know? So again, I'm getting a strong message here to just embrace that stillness of being with yourself and being with your thoughts and with your questions. You know, your soul is trying to speak to you, and the only way to do that is by being present for it and allowing the space for it to express itself. You're being called to something bigger, something deeper. A thought just popped in, and it's to do with maybe you're having like some sort of a life crisis right now. I'm not gonna use the word midlife crisis because I feel like more and more people are having these crises, you know, even as like 20-year-olds and stuff like that. So it doesn't just happen to someone in their 50s or something like that, you know. Like, we're being refined over and over again to find a deeper meaning in life, and yours is starting to knock on your door quite powerfully. And it's like you're approaching it again with this wild energy, this active energy of, okay, let's do it then, you know, let's get this sorted and stuff. But again, the reminder here is to take a step back maybe, and be more in the calmer energies, and let these new revelations come to you, you know. So now it's maybe not that sort of a time for action, although things in near future will be changing very rapidly for you. You might even feel like stopping them for a bit and just taking a breather, but it will definitely be quite a rapid change for you once it happens. And I don't feel like you'll have to do much for it. It's like once this vision quest starts, once your soul starts to open up and embrace new possibilities, new perspectives, the shift happens very quickly. And it's like when you start meditating, you know, the teachers always say, don't start meditating if you're gonna stop halfway through, because you go through so many changes. And you go through also something called the dark night of the soul, where, as it sounds, things can get pretty rough, you know, when you're leaving perspectives behind, and then you're so confused about the new perspectives coming in, and it can be a painful process. So they say, whatever you do, don't stop in the middle, you know. If you start meditating, then just go as fast as you can through it, you know, because otherwise you're just going to drag out the whole painful process. So just let this very swift shift happen to you. But you'll be able to let that happen to you if you are in these relaxed, sort of feminine, accepting, embracing energies, rather than trying to control everything with your mind and deciding on what to do from your mind rather than your heart. And I'm just seeing and feeling this huge balance basically coming in your life, you know, like you will be getting there. You will be getting to your balanced state, contentment, just feeling very pleased with the whole situation where you are at, especially emotionally, in terms of relationships, and especially the relationship you have with yourself. It's taking you, this vision quest is taking you towards achieving, yes, this balance within yourself that is lacking right now. But you know, you might be on this side of the spectrum as well. Like you might have gone through your vision quest, through the pain of it all, through the swift change, and you could already be in this sort of a balanced state or entering it right now. So this is all entirely possible as well. And you know, these changes, these rapid changes are bringing you again into a bigger harmony with yourself, with others, and showing you how much you have to share with others. And again, it's just this big shift that's happening for you to be able to live from your heart, give from your heart, love from your heart, you know, and just feel that connection with people around you, with the situations around you, and being a little bit more spontaneous, open to new suggestions, new perspectives in life. But there's this big idea of cooperation, of building something that's actually meaningful, but it will involve other people. And there is definitely a huge feeling of generosity coming from you in the future. And then here we had another card, we had Knight of Cups. Yes, and again, you know, cups, they are very emotional energy. So just remember that you're well on your way of mastering your own emotions, or will be in the future. And you're doing this with grace. I don't see any sort of chaotic energy anymore. There's so much stability within you, and so much wisdom that you've gained through this whole process of becoming vulnerable, going deeper within yourself, waking up in a way, you know, becoming aware of what's inside of you, that you're definitely able to give that to others as well, or lead them. I'm seeing you as a sort of a leader in the future as well, bringing people back to themselves. Now that is a job. But do be aware, there's a little warning here, that something might come your way. Maybe your thoughts might prevent you from it. You're wanting to not do it, basically, and that's fair enough. You know, these things are difficult to allow for them to happen, these sort of changes and shifts, but remember to just get out of your mind a little bit, because it will try to convince you that now is not the time, you know, now it's not the time for a change, to be able to do something. I'm gonna say now is not the time for rapid action coming out of your mind. What it is the time for is for you to open up your heart and let your vulnerability out, let your pain out, let your love out, you know, it's all connected. But yeah, definitely be aware of what your mind will be trying to tell you in this process, and don't let it stop you from embracing the change that's occurring in your life and within yourself. And from here, I'm going to just pull these up a little bit and move on to the Light Seer's Tarot, just to get a few more messages and guidance from your future selves about where you are right now, what you need to do, how to shift, how to approach the changes happening right now. Oh, you know, I had a feeling this one was gonna come out as soon as we hit this one. So we have Cave, Sanctuary, and remember I said here the Hermit. So basically the Hermit would be the card that you can connect to Sanctuary, Cave. It is a definite calling for you to go within. This is a very strong message, and you need to listen to this. Your future self is definitely telling you it's time to go within. Turn off your phone, turn off any sort of distractions from outside. You're needing to go and explore your inner depths, because there's something waiting for you there, something amazing that you need to go through. You need to see it. You need to bring the light into the deeper corners of yourself, you know. Spend time with yourself in quiet, in stillness. See what comes up. Queen of Swords. Yeah, and again, very mental energy here. Don't be afraid that it might scare some people off, or that you might already scare some people off with some sort of emotional coldness and stuff, you know. Definitely have a little look at that when you are in the Hermit mode. What is it that you're doing that's keeping people away, and why is it that you're keeping people away? What is this aloofness that's happening there, this coldness they're displaying to people? It definitely happens as well with living from your mind rather than living from your heart, you know. So there's some sort of a warmth there that's missing, and I know that you're feeling it as well. And this is the journey that you'll be going through when you enter the Hermit stage. This is where you'll be able to find that warmth within you and be able to bring it out. And I'm just gonna put that right here, because we have this beautiful, I mean, I see fire here, you know, it's Ace of Wands, a very fiery energy, and it's this beautiful new spark, some sort of a new beginning of a new chapter for you. And again, it just feels like this warmth really wants to come through, really wants to warm you up, and then wants to be expressed into the world around you. And this feels like is a complete shift in who you are, but you're needing to find that space and time for yourself to be able to transition into someone who is open in the heart, you know, and we have the wheel here. So yes, big changes. This is quite karmic, whatever is happening here for you. This has been planned for you all along. It's one of the biggest lessons here on this planet in this lifetime for you. Definitely a card of some sort of conclusions, you know, something coming to an end, and then new beginnings, and just embracing the change without trying to stop it, you know, without trying to listen to the mind telling you now it's not time, and then trying to control everything with your mind. Just relax, let go, and let the change happen. It's a gamble most of the time, you know, but this change is definitely bringing you into some parts of yourself that you haven't yet acknowledged. And you might know that there is something in there in terms of pain that you're guarding from other people. You might have been hurt in the past, and it's really difficult for you to open up. But this is something for you to go on this healing journey and just see what this pain actually is. And it's not as scary as you think it is. And here you will be finding a lot of harmony within yourself. You'll be finding, more than anything, like a sisterhood or a brotherhood, but you'll also be finding this inner landscape where you're your own best friend, where you're the one healing yourself, where you're the place of all these archetypes of a mother or a grandmother, or, you know, even father, or anything like that. Or inner child. You'll be seeing all these archetypes coming together within yourself, forming this very strong foundation, very strong building block on which you can create the new self and your new life. But all these archetypes coming together, yeah, and creating this sort of harmony within yourself. And that, my friend, is something completely unbeatable. You know, it's very difficult to take down a man or a woman who has this sort of harmony within themselves. And it just keeps on popping up to me. Just have it in your mind. Very clear message here from your future self. Have it in your mind to ignite that fire within you by looking at your pain, embracing change, and going into the space of finding harmony within yourself. This is your path, my friend. This is how you become your higher... okay. This is the best card to conclude this with, because the High Priestess, you know, this is exactly what I've been saying. It's taking you to some completely new levels here, of you tuning in with your higher self, becoming who you are meant to be. And this person, the High Priestess, she's gone through all the pain. She's felt it. She has gone into her hermit stage to be able to address all the darkness that lies within her, and then gave love to these parts of herself, accepting them, finding harmony within herself, and then becoming the portal between the other dimensions and this world, you know. So you're here as well to bring something to people that are struggling in this lifetime. You're here as some sort of a channel, or something through which this amazing creative energy and healing energy can come through, you know. So you have quite a big purpose here on this planet. I would definitely listen to it, and this is why you need to go into your own pain, into your own space, and just see the beauty that's within you. Yes, and I also pulled the Chariot here. I wasn't gonna, but then my hands just kept on going. So and the Chariot as well, a card of action, you know. And as I was saying here, you have the darkness within you and you have the light within you, and only when these two are traveling together, that's when you get like a very strong transition. That's where things keep on moving, and that's where you're in the flow state. Everything is flowing through you. But right now you have the shadow part running away from you, so you cannot move in the right direction like this, you know. So bring these forward, bring them together, find harmony within yourself by going within yourself. And that is absolutely fantastic. And I also have a couple of messages here from another set of oracle cards. They're called Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Oracle. Very beautiful cards. I can show you the prince here. And the messages, equally beautiful. Let's call them the messages from your higher self. We have embraced the three worlds. And again, I'm going to put this here because it feels like this is a nudge to go deeper into other dimensions and stuff of yourself, you know, realizing that we are more than just this body, realizing your own magic and just seeing how magical you really are. I'm going to pull another card here. Run wild for a while. Ha! And yeah, this as well. Let's put this one here and not burn myself, okay? Wolf child. This is a very strong creative energy, and I feel like this is connecting really beautifully with this creative energy, the warm fire within yourself, because you're not as cold as you seem. There's so much of this wildness inside of you. Do explore that, you know, and even maybe you actually go into the wild and spend some time doing the proper vision quest, you know, spending time in nature, being there alone without food, water, you know, just test yourself out and see where you would like to go and what your soul is calling you to do. There's nothing too crazy for you, you know. But yeah, but before you decide to do anything without food or water for 3 days, do consult with your doctor. Don't listen to me blindly here. And I'm feeling guided for another card, for one final card. Magic is alive. Ask your divine child. Yeah. And this is, again, when I was talking about the archetypes, you know, the best way to heal your pain is by tuning in with your inner child, or maybe actually tuning in with the wounds of your inner child. And once you've given love and acceptance to that child that's wounded, your life is going to shift rapidly, you know. It's such a powerful practice to heal your wounds in this sort of a way, working with your inner child. And that's also where all the magic resides within us. This is where all the playfulness and lightheartedness resides within us. So do explore your inner child. Connect with this archetype and see where it's wanting to take you. And this would be it for today's reading. So thank you so much for listening, for watching. If you liked it, please click the like button, share, subscribe. I really appreciate you being here, and I wish you all the best in the future. It's looking quite positive for you. So thank you again, and bye bye.